Karen and the Cryptids, Episode 3, Part 2, Hobbies. A recap of Part 1. The Cryptids have all taken up hobbies. Bigfoot took up photography, Nessie took up baking, Zylar-9 took up all things radio, Vampire Kid took up drone racing, and Missy was already into collecting vintage sardines. Karen was being nosy, spying on the Cryptids, gave them fines, and faces them in the HOA meeting. She appears to have had an iron-clad case, but it's time for the Cryptids to defend their actions. Now, let's continue where we left off. Bigfoot has been chosen to defend the Cryptids as he is a good speaker. Bigfoot says, "Thank you for hearing me today, distinguished members of the HOA board. I am Jonathan Squatch, and I represent the people living in my house, as well as Missy Morse, my oftentimes house guest." The HOA board president says, "These are very serious charges, so please make your case." Bigfoot says, "Thank you. I'll begin with my own case. The charges against me are that I have a messy yard because of my photography blind and because I am using harmful and even dangerous chemicals in my photography. My blind has been inspected by the Forestry Service and has been found to be fully compliant in its construction and its value as a conservation aid. Here is the documentation to prove this. As far as harmful chemicals are concerned, that is very true that my chemicals are potentially harmful or even dangerous provided they are not disposed of or properly recycled. This issue is of the utmost importance to me, so I have a chemical recycling service that picks up my developing chemicals and brings recycled chemicals back to me for use. I have all the documentation here proving that every word I'm saying is true." Let's talk about the charges on Nessie Green. She has been charged with an unauthorized building and a commercial brick-style pizza oven. Here are the city permits for the structure and the oven, as well as the utility permits and HOA approval for the structure. She uses the structure for personal use and not for commercial baking. Therefore, she is allowed to use the commercial oven for private use as long as she is not selling the baked goods made in her place. Nessie gives all of her baked goods away to our community. As a matter of fact, you are eating Nessie's cookies and cupcakes as we speak. Now for Zylar-9 Smith. His charges are that his antenna farm is unsightly and that his radios are interfering with televisions in the neighborhood. Although being unsightly is a relative term, it's irrelevant because FCC rules, and HOA cannot prevent members of Mars or Aries radio networks to be restricted by any HOA rules and regulations involving their station. Remember the hurricane last year? Who did we all rely on to send messages to our loved ones? Who provided satellite internet to the neighborhood? It sure wasn't FEMA. Mr. Smith is a crucial lifeline for this natural disaster, and you are concerned that our neighborhood is unsightly with these proven life-saving antennas. Next is Vladimir Kidro and his racing drone. He is accused of flying an uncertified drone in the neighborhood, creating hazards for aircraft in the area, collision hazards with the neighbors, and a noise problem. His drone weighs 215 grams, below the minimum weight of 250 grams for FAA regulation. Due to this fact, he does not need any special certifications to fly his drone recreationally. As far as him flying haphazardly, potentially running into people, he sets up a specifically and clearly marked course to fly in, as is clearly shown in Karen's own chart. As far as the noise complaints, I suspect that Karen is doing the complaining herself. Mr. Smith is a bit of an inventor and has designed silent rotors for Vladimir's drone, essentially making it almost silent. A whisper is louder, as Zylar's research shows. Lastly is Missy Morse's sardine collection, probably the most benign hobby of all. Here are certifications from experts of the value of her sealed cans of sardines. There is nothing smelly about them or rusty, as the appraised condition shows. The only time they are smelly is when being eaten, and from Karen's own evidence, is rare at best. There is a 20-minute discussion about the accusations. The HOA board has discussed the matter, and all levied fines by Karen are dismissed, the chairman said. And Karen, you will be fined $1,000 for reckless accusations. Karen leaves the meeting defeated. Karen gets home, and Martian Karen is there. How did it go? Martian Karen asks. Karen says, they beat my fines at the HOA meeting. I've got to get those cryptids somehow. Martian Karen asks, how bad do you want them? Karen says, very bad. Do you have an idea? Martian Karen says, at least for one of them. What is Martian Karen's plan? Who will it involve? Will the narrator get bored and stop making content? Will the writer stop abusing the AI? Find out next week, or not. Like and subscribe, because tuning in is outdated.